How's it going, everybody? Spectre here. Ark's launch is today. It was actually about 9 hours ago as of this recording. So I figured I'd focus on it for this Spectre Speaks. Right off the bat, I have to say I find the picture they chose for this thread on their forums to be actually kind of funny. You have that small tribe with a raptor and trike, and they're in flak armor at best against the alpha tribe that has a Rex with tech gear. I mean, that sums up Ark perfectly in one go, I have to say. So good job, Wildcard. You're not even trying to hide it anymore, which is really funny to me. So we're going to look at what they put out for the day 0 information, which is today. First thing they talk about is a day 1 patch. The day 1 patch will be set live across all platforms at approximately 0800 to 0900 EST and should show up on all consoles within the hour. This update will include Ragnarok for console, as well as the end boss content accessed through the tech cave for all platforms. The update size for console will be approximately 26 gigabytes for Xbox. We do not have a number for PS4 yet, meaning size. But PS4 patches are usually smaller in size due to the different method patches are submitted. That's their wording. It's improperly worded. I understand that. So we're going to have a patch that's not uncommon during games when they first launch. You routinely see during the base game or an expansion, there will be a patch or two on launch day to fix some bugs that may have cropped up, because it's not necessarily that everything that was on the beta servers transfers over properly to or is how it should be on the live server. So you can't really fault them for having a day 1 patch. That being said, let's look at the patch notes, and nothing. There is nothing on the patch notes, which this hasn't been, to be quite frank, this isn't something new. Current version is 2.6.6, which is beta. The big thing, though, is that, once again, no patch notes, which, what are you going to do? A little further out still has random GPU driver crash, fakes True Sky, GPU and CPU rendering optimizations on there, but there is nothing about what the patch is going to have for today. And this isn't new. They've been doing this for the last few patches where the patch notes aren't out there, and then they'll show under current version and go from there. And that's been a huge issue for a lot of people. There have been significant issues with patches, having to do rollbacks because patches aren't properly flushed out and the like. This is going to be no different, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. This is par for the course for Wildcard, so this is the development that you can expect going forward. You would think coming out of early access, they might view it a little different. They might treat it a little more professionally. Apparently, that's not going to happen. So we're going to go back really quick to the day 0 patch, or whatever you want to call it. New Ark servers. We already knew about that. The beta servers are becoming legacy servers. They will be clustered off, and you can't transfer anything between them and the new servers. It doesn't really matter. They should have wiped them. That's essentially what they've done. They've wiped them without saying we're wiping them. The duping is already done. The alpha tribes are already established. So it makes no sense for this to really happen. It doesn't. Wildcard, I think, is they're just passing the buck on this. They've pissed off a lot of people over the past couple of months, really the last year. This is just an attempt to shirk on their responsibilities. However, there is something I do kind of want to say. Ark's launch, we plan on providing new official servers for the following game modes. Regular and vanilla, which is going to be what we have now. Non-tech, which I think is going to be a huge hit. Primitive plus, hardcore, isolated clusters, no taming, extinction servers, and ORP. Now, if there's a combination of non-tech ORP, I think those will be the biggest ones. And the reason for that is tech is available to a very small number of tribes, the alpha tribes on servers. So if you're not the alpha tribe, you're not going to get to tech. So you might as well play on non-tech to begin with. What's more, when the alpha tribe has tech, your base defenses no longer matter. Turrets can't hit them when they use the tech rifles. The tech turrets make it almost impossible to raid them. And so it limits what the players can do. So what I fully expect is that ORP non-tech will become a huge hit in terms of official servers. That being said, we're going to go on to the next thing that they talk about. PC Asian China servers. The current isolated PC PvP Asian servers we have on our official network is hosted and provided by Snail Games. They have decided that with the launch, they will be taking down their legacy PvP servers and relaunching them as part of the new official network. These servers will be included in our cross-ARC cluster and therefore will be transferable to and from as opposed to being an isolated region. I apologize for that. A plane was going over. I do live near a small airport, so with the window open, it's a little difficult to stop that from being a thing. Now, here's why this is a big thing. They are saying that the official network is going to have the PC Asian and China servers on it, which means these servers that were beta servers, we don't know if they're being wiped. They're saying that they're going to be relaunched. That doesn't mean anything. I can take my computer, unplug it, move it someplace else, plug it in, and say I relaunched the computer. It doesn't mention anything about a wipe. It doesn't mention anything about housekeeping to make sure that they are on par. Within the next day or two, I fully expect that we will know were the Asia or China servers wiped or not. And if they weren't, congratulations, Wildcard. The company that you merged with just fucked you over. Far more than you've done to yourself. And in fact, the fact that you did not say, no, this is not happening, you should have said, okay, fine, your servers are not part of our official servers then. You should have said that. If this is the case, if they have not been wiped, you should have said that to keep the integrity of your game. But hey, what do I know? ARC Legacy save files later this week. We will have both our PS4 and PC Legacy save files available to use. What to take away from this is that in order to use the Legacy files, which is any file that you are using right now, from what I understand, you have to go through a third party, an authorized third party server hosting, which means that, well, if you're running your own servers and you update, and you're going to have to update, you no longer have access to this, from if I'm reading this correctly, which means a wipe is happening today. Nothing you can fucking do. Sucks, doesn't it? That's actually kind of a good thing. I'm thinking about rolling again on a server that I was playing on. If this is the case and the save files are wiped, then I'll restart on that server because there's no reason not to. That's really it for this. Now, Ragnarok was updated. It's still causing huge issues. The crashes because of True Sky, and it's especially noticeable on Ragnarok. The center, kind of, but Ragnarok is the big thing. Here's the issue. I'm going to go back up. We don't have patch notes for what this patch is going to have. We don't know if there's any optimization. We don't know if True Sky has been fixed. And True Sky has been on the docket for at least 6 months. There is no reason that they should not have fixed that by now. The GPU and CPU optimization issues should have been fixed by now. They haven't been. And the fact that they have not been fixed is kind of it's an issue for me. I'm sorry. It is absolutely 100% an issue. I think a lot of people should be upset that this is launching with something that is causing a significant amount of frustration. I don't even want to stream ARC at this point because if I do, I risk constant crashes because of stupid shit like that. The China servers, the fact that they haven't told us if they're being wiped or not, I don't know. I don't even think Wildcard knows if it's being wiped or not. If it's not being wiped, for the integrity of their game, they should have said your servers will not be able to integrate or transfer between our servers. The problem is that Snail Games owns Wildcard. Snail Games owns Wildcard. Snail Games eventually decides, hey, guess what? This is happening. Guess what? That's happening. Snail Games runs Dark and Light, which is pretty much an Arc clone. And you can see that when you play it. Look, there are things that Wildcard should have done. They should have put their foot down, and nobody had the balls to do it. Once again, assuming that these servers were not wiped. If they were wiped, hey, good. You know what? Maybe Snail Games realized that they had to do it. I don't know. But we'll know within a day or two if the official servers are being overrun by the Chinese tribes because of this, or, you know, the usual shit that's going on. And honestly, if you have not looked at unofficial servers after this, I would start looking at them. Even if they are wiped, I'm telling you right now, you will enjoy unofficial servers more. It's not a job like it is on the official servers. You can get along as a solo tribe on many unofficial servers. It's up to you. So that being said, leave your comments below. You're looking forward to the future of Arc at this point. I'm kind of middling between it. You think the Asian servers will be wiped? Who knows? But leave your comments below. I like the discussion. With that being said, I'm Spectre, and I'm out.